Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. Yeah, for you seniors out there, this video is dedicated to all of you guys. Now, obviously a lot of college decisions have came out, and I'm sort of going to be reviewing like my college process, where I've gotten into, where I've got rejected from, and how I've dealt with the sad multiple rejections that I've gotten. So let's go back all the way to the beginning, shall we? We shall. So I first started looking into college almost around March, honestly, because I was setting everything up for my comm app, getting all my recommendations by the end of summer and having those all ready. And then I started writing my essays over the summer. Then came time to school, and I kind of just fell off that track a little bit, but then I got back into it around October. Fast forward, I submit my first round of applications to Miami, Ohio State, UChicago, Case Western, also in Kent too. I get into Kent a month later, I hear back from UChicago, which I then got deferred from. Then we move on to January. Through the month of December and January, I was still working on a lot of my applications. My applications for NYU, Columbia, UPenn, USC, which was like my #1 school. Also before that, I submitted my UC school applications to UC Berkeley, UC Santa Barbara, and UCLA. So January, I finally have submitted everything. I hear back from OSU, I get into OSU, so yay! Then I started hearing responses back in March. So, the first school I heard back from was UChicago for the regular decision, as well as Emory. I thought I had a chance with Case Western since I visited campus. They were a special interest school, and then I ended up getting it denied. So that was fun and fresh. Then I was like, okay, there's no way I have a chance for all of my other schools. There's no way I'm gonna get into Berkeley. There's no way I'm gonna get into all of my UC schools or NYU, simply because the Case Western was around that same competitive range. First year back from UC Santa Barbara, and I was like, no, I'm not hearing anything. And then I got into their pre-biology program, which was like freaking doodle amazing, because being an out-of-state student, coming from Ohio, UC schools tend to favor, well, do favor in-state students. So automatically, the acceptance rate for UC Santa Barbara was at 32.5%, and I calculated it, and when it comes to out-of-state students, they actually have a deficit, and it's like a 20% acceptance rate for out-of-state students. So I was like, wow, that was like pretty awesome. Then I slowly hear back from other schools. So I hear back from UPenn, which rejection. I hear back from NYU, which NYU was another school that hit me hard, because after getting accepted into UC Santa Barbara, an extremely more competitive school, I get rejected from NYU, and I was like, what the heck? And then I hear back from Berkeley, and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna get into Berkeley. And I'm getting waitlisted, which was like crazy to me, because I was like, oh my god, I got waitlisted at like Berkeley. They're like 10 times more competitive. They're like, I think 2 times, not 10 times, but 2 times more as competitive as UC Santa Barbara. My friend Neha actually goes there, so shout out to Neha, I love you. She's helped me all throughout this college process. I had to submit my waitlist decision along with like another essay. I think I did that. No, I did that 3 days ago. And I'm gonna be hearing back by May. And then, so I get rejected from USC as well, which that one hit me so hard. Like, USC is my dream school, and I honestly thought I had a chance. I spent almost 3 to 4 months working on that application, and when you spend 4 years also building up, knowing that's where you want to go, it hurts, because you think all your hard work and efforts were in vain. And I just got really upset, and I was like, I remember, I'm getting kind of emotional right now. I cried for 2 days straight. Like, I remember sitting in my bed, listening to Billie Eilish's new album on repeat, because I was just so upset and devastated. I kept on thinking like what I did wrong, what I didn't do. Eventually, that sadness turned into like a fire. Like, I was so heated, I was like, oh. I appealed USC's rejection. I have my appeal letter written and everything, but I still need to submit that. Honestly, I'm not gonna give up, because I've dreamt of leaving dingy Ohio for like the past God knows how long, but I just need to move out. I just need to. That rejection was really hard, I would say. Like, I think it goes for anyone. Experience rejection from your #1 school, it hurts, it really does. There will be tears. Those were all my schools that I applied to. So if I get into Berkeley, which I don't know, I think I have like a solid chance of getting off the wait list. So right now I am currently making the decision of between OSU, UC Santa Barbara, UC Berkeley, hopefully if I get in, and USC if the appeal letter goes through, but we'll see what happens. Now on to sort of the afterthoughts and rejection. So I definitely feel as if you're still going through that rejection process, like, just cry it out. Like, it doesn't signify that you're a weak person, but I really do believe that everyone needs that time period. You need time to grieve, you need time to let it all out, because it's a tough feeling knowing that you didn't have the chance to go to where you really wanted to. But in all honesty, looking back at this process, I really do think that you end up where you belong. Everything happens for a reason. And don't view this rejection as a reflection of who you are as a person, but review this rejection as a redirection into something better. And if you really do feel like you want to end up at, say, your dream school, then you will figure out the pathways to get to there. But in the meantime, I really just suggest on trying to embrace where you're gonna go. You don't wanna go somewhere and utterly hate it, because it's gonna be the next 4 years of your life, potentially, if you end up not transferring. But honestly, be excited, be willing, be open-minded to the college that you got into. So you should be proud of yourself. Sometimes during the time of rejection, we forget about all the amazing things that we accomplished ourselves. And that to me is like really devastating, because I know for a fact that like where I first started out, like I would have never thought about half the things that I've done all throughout high school. You need to stay positive throughout this whole entire process, and you need to think, okay, listen, girl, you are sickening, and no one can take that away from you. Don't let a college like decision affect who you are as a person. Just keep on chugging along, bitch. And honestly, at the end of the day, wherever you go, a lot of the undergraduate courses, like they're all very similar all across the board, all across America. And the only difference is that ranks these schools higher is the faculty and the alumni present. Don't feel as if you're going to a different university that you're going to be lesser than someone else to say that went to Harvard. Like, no, that's not the case. You make your own success at the end of the day. I realize I only have like 2 more months of school, 2 more months of high school left. Then after that, we're going off and doing our own thing. So really enjoy your last high school experiences. Have fun. Like, I mean, don't let your grades fall because some, like, scholarships, you still need those. Thing before I go, do not, I repeat, do not compare yourself to all these other kids that are posting these same exact rejection videos. Do not compare yourself to where they got in. Don't compare yourself about what types of test scores that they had. Don't compare yourself. You did the best that you could. If you feel as if you tried your utter hardest, that is what matters, and just honestly feel beautiful after it, because that's all you can do. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to comment down below, or follow me on Instagram, brian.wallagera, or follow me on Twitter, brian_wallagera. And feel free to DM me or message me, guys, if you have any, if you need to talk about stuff, because I'm always willing to do that. So do not compare yourself. I do that so much. I remember last year I watched so many of these, and I know exactly you are too. And honestly, just breathe and just go with the flow. Namaste. Alright, that's it for today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoy that video. A thumbs up if you want to see a video on how to craft, how sort of my process was crafting some of my college essays for the UC schools that obviously did something since I got waitlisted at Berkeley and into UC Santa Barbara. Please leave a like and subscribe. Tune in next week for more videos. Bye!